You gotta eat more to drop fat. I know it sounds counterintuitive because we're told that we gotta drop the calories, increase the energy we're spending, and over time we're gonna lose the weight, but the reality is quite the opposite. I'm sure you've tried it in the past where you've reduced your calories, maybe you got some results the first week, the second week, and then all of a sudden there's a plateau. Your energy plummets, your sleep starts to get worse, your productivity goes down, the cravings increase, the hormonal levels get messed up, and this is a cycle that I see again and again, especially with clients coming to us that have busy schedules. They've tried everything. They've tried diets. They've tried supplements, and it seems to get only worse and worse over time. And the pounds keep adding year over year. And it's been a mission of mine because I've seen my mom struggle, my sister struggle, and I went on a mission to uncover what's really working for the female body and how we should be approaching fat loss in a sustainable way without restrictive diets, without short-term fixes, and without magical pills. And I'll jump behind my screen here on my computer and I'll show you what we've done with our client Valeria. So she was able to lose 20 kilos in 16 weeks, eating her favorite foods, improving her sleep quality, improving her productivity, all while working and studying part-time. So if that's you, if you're a busy woman, maybe you have a family, you have obligations, but getting in shape is still a priority of yours because you want to look great, you want to feel great, you want to be there for everyone around you, stick until the end of the video as I'll uncover what are the 3 things that you should be doing if you want to get results like these.
So what we're going to look at today is how to lose 10 to 15 kilos as a busy woman without food restrictions and without spending countless of hours in the gym. We're going to do it all in less than 16 weeks without yo-yo, no deprivation diet, and not excluding nutrition groups such as carbohydrates or fat. And we're going to look at Valeria and what we've done with her to achieve results like these. Before we dive in, I want to mention a few quick disclaimers and give you a backstory of Valeria, where she started. She's a strong, ambitious woman, but what held her back was the daily constant stress, fatigue, and limited time in her calendar. When she came to us, she weighed 87 kilograms and dreamed of achieving her ideal body shape, where she not only looks great, but also feels confident, especially wearing her favorite bikini. There was a vision of her, a goal that she pictured herself in. And the pictures you see on the right are from day 1, where she weighed 87.1 kilos, and then on day 120, when she completed the Impactful Look program. And as you can see, there's a massive transformation. Her body's toned up, leaned down. You can see visible progress on her stomach, and feminine areas such as her shoulders, her waist, her thighs are all shaped up because we've done a specific protocol that I'm going to share with you in this video. So who is this for? If you're prone to overeating and have trouble keeping the weight off, this is for you. If you don't know what and how much to eat to lose weight, this is for you. If you feel that there are hormonal and metabolic issues affecting the way your body looks, this is for you. If you're overweight and tired of not feeling comfortable in your clothes, this is for you. If you're a busy woman with a busy schedule, this is for you. If your head is overloaded with information and you don't know what to believe, this is for you. We're going to pull back the curtain and reveal everything in our protocol. So who is this not for? If you're under the age of 18, we don't recommend you follow this protocol just because your body's still developing and there's hormonal things that are at play. So we don't suggest you do any sort of restrictive diet, so strenuous exercise at the intensity, and always consult your parents and physician before you begin anything. If you can't and want to accept support and coaching from someone else and can't commit to a plan for at least 6 weeks, this is not for you. If you have a victim mentality that everything is happening to you, this is not for you. If you're unemployed or not financially stable, this is not for you. Just because there's the component of investing into the food, going to the gym, taking supplements, and all of that costs money, and especially the time you need to allocate when you have something at play such as your career and not being financially stable, that always is a priority. So it's going to be very hard for you to be able to focus long term. So we suggest covering that area in your life first. And if you're impatient and want everything to happen right away, this is not going to be for you. This is a sustainable process. It's going to require time. And the mentality you should have, I only have to do it once and maintain it forever. Whereas most of the restrictive diets are, I want to have it happen next week or in 10 days, 20 days, and then I'll go back to normal. So if that's the mentality you have towards this protocol, this is not going to be for you. Now, the truth about achieving an impactful looking body as a woman that no one will tell you. You can get an amazing shape the healthy way without giving up your favorite foods or spending countless of hours in the gym, and not only get to your goal, but know how to keep it forever. Most women are unable to do this because they don't understand how to eat optimally, and by optimally, I don't mean just healthy, but eat according to their body needs. Second, they don't know how to work out efficiently in less than 30 minutes, sculpting a body that is feminine and attractive. Third, they don't know how to use the method of everyday life recalibration, and instead, they opt in for short-term programs and diets that only work for a while. And fourth, they ignore recovery and rest altogether, trying to force themselves into results, which ultimately affects their sleep, their hormones, productivity levels, and at the end of the day leads to yo-yo and frustration. But don't worry, I won't let that happen to you. You're probably thinking, I'm too busy, my metabolism's slow, this won't work for me, my hormones are messed up. And these are all self-limiting beliefs, because if you're watching this video, there are women that have been through the program that are much busier than you, that have slower metabolism, that their starting point was much further away than you to reaching your goal, and have had all the hormonal issues you can think of, and yet they committed to the program and step by step were able to achieve the results. So try to get rid of all these thoughts because they're not serving you well. And what you don't have to do is spend countless of hours in the gym or have the genetics of a Victoria's Secret model to become the healthiest version of yourself. And by healthiest version of yourself, what I mean is feel and look amazing without the stress and complexity that usually comes with getting in shape. And if you want to be that woman, I'll show you exactly how to navigate around the everyday life problems and be in control in any situation. I'll show you how we've helped our client Valeria get into her favorite bikini in less than 16 weeks and receive daily compliments from friends, family, colleagues, and feeling more confident than ever. I'll show you how to lose 10 to 15 kilos of fat, very important, not just weight, but fat, and keep it off in 16 weeks or less. And I'll show you how to do all of this without giving up your favorite foods or exercising for more than 30 minutes per day, 3 times a week. And in case you don't know who we are, my name is Simeon Krestev, and for 10 plus years as a certified personal trainer, my focus has been coaching people to get the body they've always wanted. I've struggled myself, and as you can see at the pictures at the bottom, I've had my transformation where I was skinny, and then I toned up my body, and then I got overweight when I started building up my business and career, and then I've been able to transform again. I've owned 4 gym facilities and worked with a team of coaches transforming lives, and I'm extremely passionate about this lifestyle because I've seen my family struggle. I've seen my mom gain weight. I've seen my sister gain weight. They're having all the hormonal issues, sleep issues, countless of other factors that make it a lot more complicated for women to get results. And this led to the creation of the Impactful Look method and me dedicating several years of my life to figure out how to help women get the best results possible. And I've done that all while traveling the world, being featured in numerous publications and even national TV. And I'm not saying all of that to brag, but just to give you confidence that what I'm sharing with you works and it has been battle tested. And there's thousands of women that have been through the protocol. And we have physical locations set up in Sydney, Australia, Tokyo, Japan, Bangkok, Thailand, Montreal, Canada, and several locations all across Europe. And the Impactful Look program is our methodology, which we've developed after working with over 1,300 women, combining over 10 years of experience, trial and error, and science-backed protocols to now help women to get into the shape of their life and keep it with ease in a healthy way without restrictions. And now I've decided to break it all down for you. In the next few minutes, we'll go through the entire process from A to Z of what we did to get these results with Valeria, so you can use the same methods to lose 10 to 15 kilos in the next 16 weeks. The Impactful Look method for women is a simple plan. Our protocol for achieving results is divided into 2 main phases, Recalibration Phase and Sculpting Phase, composed of 3 key pillars. The Recalibration Phase is from days 1 to 60, and we start with a reboot. We reboot your metabolism, and we do so by adding physical activity that's integrated into your life, choosing activities that you enjoy doing on a daily basis. And for Valeria, that was walking and swimming. The second thing we do is we calculate the amount of food that you should be consuming on a daily basis that's corresponding to your BMI. Now, the second phase is the Sculpting Phase, which is from day 60 to day 120, where we focus on toning up your body and shaping the specific body parts that look feminine. And this is waist, thighs, glutes, abs, and shoulders. And we increase our food intake just to make sure we replenish the needs of our body. And as I said, these phases consist of 3 key pillars, which is activity, nutrition, and recovery. Now let's go through each one of those, activity, nutrition, and recovery. Now for activity, there are 4 variables. We have intensity, we have form, we have exercises, and we have the cardiovascular activities. Now for intensity, the weight we choose, the repetitions we're doing, the rest time between periods, and what is the tension. So in the case of Valeria, we started with light weights because she's never exercised in her life before, which meant that she needed to get comfortable with weight training. So we stuck to the basics. We stuck to compound movements where she was choosing a weight that she could comfortably do anywhere between 12 to 15 repetitions. And she would rest anywhere between 1 minute to 90 seconds in between sets. And as tempo and tension, we were doing the 2 seconds up, 1 second pause, and 2 seconds down, meaning that she was controlling each and every movement. Now, the form she was using, as far as positioning and pace goes, was all targeting her posterior chain, meaning the glutes, lower back, hamstrings, and targeting all these women areas that are often neglected, especially if you have a desk job and you're sitting all day, because that usually means that your hips are tightening, your quads are dominant, and it's very hard to shape up those body parts. And when it comes to exercises in the program, we stick to compound movements such as squats, lunges, hip thrusts, hanging leg raises, and pretty much movements that target the whole body and work our bigger muscle groups rather than the isolation movements. As far as cardio goes, we included 15-minute morning walk, a brisk walk where she was trying to pace herself, and that helped get the activity going and actually have her start the day on a productive note. Now, the second thing we've done for nutrition was actually the protein, fiber, vitamins, and minerals. These are kind of the key components that we needed to focus on. And we made sure we include her favorite foods so she never feels deprived. Now, as far as recovery goes, there are a few things that we focus on, which was sleep quality, rest days, supplements, and stretching. Now, let's go through the recalibration phase more specifically. We added physical activity in the form of different daily workouts that consisted of no more than 30 minutes and 5 compound movements per day. We did lighter weight, anywhere between 12 to 15 reps that she could complete in a good form. And we did shorter workouts but higher frequency, meaning that she could do anywhere between 3 to 5 workouts per week. The importance in the first phase was building that mind-muscle connection and making sure that she activates all the body parts in her body that she didn't necessarily activate before. And we followed the workout guidelines in the Impactful Look method for intensity, form, and exercise selection. As you can see on the left, we have her before and after picture in the first phase. As you can see, her body's totally transformed. You see her leaner body, her posture's improved, her posterior chain is more active now, so she's starting to target the glutes, the thighs, and the hamstrings as well. And then for the food and nutrition in the recalibration phase, we focus on a few things. Now, between days 1 and 14, we focus on her biological rhythm, meaning that we did not food right away, but rather find the maximum amount that we can be eating without gaining weight while getting the proper nutrients in. Meaning that we kept the food high so her body adjusts to the extra stress we're putting with the workouts and everything going on. We analyzed how everything affects her body, and between days 14 and 60, we began the cleansing process by finding the right ratio of foods that are filling yet low calorie so that we're in a deficit and we're losing fat, not just weight. And the goal in this phase is to get rid of all the excess body fat, restoring the metabolism, maintaining active weight, and adapting the energy levels to suit our daily routine. We're not cutting our calories more than 10% of the total suggested intake, and the food she was including in that phase was pizza, sweets, pasta, wine, desserts, cheese, and pastry. And as you can see, it served her well as she kept her sanity and still progressed. Now, pictured above again is before and after the reset phase, and as you can see, her body's totally transformed. It's nothing like ever before. And I know you might be skeptical because you're probably looking at the food in the fridge and you're gaining weight just by that, but the reality is that the female body, the women's body, needs more nutrients than the men's one does, and yet we need to consume less calories. And that makes it very hard if you're just restricting the calories. And that often leads to all the hormonal issues, all the problems that you're experiencing, acne, skin, hair falling, nails breaking, whatever you can think of that's usually malnutrition. So we made sure that we're not doing that, just trying to lose the weight on the scale. Now, the second phase was the sculpting phase between days 60 and 120, and that's where the magic actually happens. In the sculpting phase, we heavily focus on the activity and we customize the plan so that we start to tighten and tone specific areas. We were more focused on the glutes, thighs, and abs in this area. We worked on improving the posture, strengthening the bone density so she could increase the weight she's exercising with, so we don't have any injuries in the future or problems that could prevent us from exercising on a regular basis. We also worked on flexibility and mobility for a functional and energetic physique, and we added strategic activities throughout the day so that we continue to burn more fat without affecting our energy levels. And as you can see, this is a picture after the sculpting phase, and her body looks like a Greek goddess. I mean, she has visible abs, she has toned shoulders, and it's a healthy looking physique that's not deprived. In the sculpting phase, when it comes to nutrition, what we did between the days 60 and 120, we worked on adding variety in our menu by adding foods that help with our gut health. All of these foods usually affect our mood, immune system, health, sleep, nutrition, absorption, energy levels, skin, and metabolism. And all this allows us to get rid of the fat, but start to tighten and tone up all the strategic body parts because we're getting the necessary amount of food to serve our body needs. And again, in this phase, she included foods such as pizza, sweets, pasta, wine, desserts, cheese, and more cheese because that's what she loves. On the picture above, you can see that she's trying her favorite jeans and she's fitting in them for the first time. So it was a pretty incredible moment because the joy that she experienced fitting into a jeans that she wanted to try for so long was such an experience. She shared it with the group and the rest of us, and it was an amazing feeling of accomplishment for both her and for us as coach. And I'm sure you probably have a dream dress of yours or jeans or bikini that you want to fit in, and you're looking at that video and you're wondering if that's ever possible for you. Let me tell you, it is. Few small tweaks that you got to be doing on a regular basis that would lead to their result, but you just got to be open to the idea. Now, the Impactful Look program for women aims to burn unwanted fat and help with body recomposition by sculpting the feminine body parts in less than 16 weeks without starvation, deprivation, and short-term fixes. For Valeria, the results were worth it because for the first time she was able to see her abs and feel more energetic than ever, and compliments from loved ones, friends, and family were something she didn't expect, but also gave her a huge boost of confidence that carried over into every other aspect of her life. And as you can see here below, she's sharing in the group what happened in her life. She's saying, "Hey girls, my name's Valeria. I have 2 jobs and an extremely busy schedule. I joined the program with a lot of extra weight and inches to get rid of. I was extremely desperate because the doctor suspected a formation of a tumor in my head. Glad I joined, and here are my results. 21 kilos lost, 23 centimeters off the hips, 23 centimeters off the waist, got rid of the annoying acne on my face, and hormonal imbalance is now under control." Now just imagine for a second what results like this would mean for you. Not even 20 kilos, maybe 5 kilos. Getting more energy, getting better looking skin, getting a healthier toned body, having no energy crashes throughout the day, fixing your hormones. I'll just think about all these things that you're used to live with, but what would change if you experienced that transformation in your life? How would you feel then? And now that you know how our methodology works, we have an offer for you. If you're a woman with a busy everyday life, if you're overweight, or if you're tired of not having the body and confidence you want, and you're ready to wear your favorite dress with a smile, and want to have a recomposition of your body both internally and externally, we have a special offer for you. So if you want to lose anywhere between 10 to 15 kilos, tighten and tone up your body in 16 weeks or less using our methodology, with a coach holding your hand all along and helping you achieve the results you aim for, click the link below, fill out the form, and book a discovery session with one of our coaches where we're going to go over your goals and make a plan of action and decide if you would be a good fit for the program. We have limited spots given that this is a personal coaching program, one-on-one coaching program. But if what I share with you resonates on any level, make sure you click the link below, fill out the form. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain.